Hi, I'm Exesis, and this is Victoria 3, and we are playing the North German Federation, and we're forming the German Empire. And last episode we fought a bloody war against Hanover and the French, and we came out winning. So it did leave us with a bit of problems for, it looks like oil is a big input shortage there. Wonder if we've got anything else on an input shortage. No, it's only oil. And it's not actually that much. Let's see if we can... got the bureaucracy to start up another trade route. If there is anyone... No, there's no one actually selling enough of it. At the moment the only thing you can get oil from is from whaling. And they haven't been built up properly yet. But maybe now that we have some export demand from the Austrian market, maybe they'll actually start helping out with producing some more. But let's keep that pressure up. At the moment I think they should be keeping some kind of good substitution meanwhile. The question is, how much is the shortage? The current penalty is 0% and it'll target 5%. Well, I think we can live with that, that's fine. And we'll try to get our hands on more of it. It looks like, yeah, glass was one of the other things we had a problem with, and paper. We want to fix both of those, I think. They're both, yeah, we've got a deficit of 700 glass. Maybe that is something we can spend an import route on. Well, now we can only get 130 at the most. I don't think that's worth it. Paper, yeah, the same things. There's no big quantities available. How are we doing for opium? Yeah, we can't really import opium from anywhere either. It would really need to... It would be really good for us if we were able to actually get some kind of opium going. I just want to see the goods. Go to detail screen. We can just check the... well, not consumption. I want to show production. All opium is made in this area, which is somewhat of a problem. Because this is of course under British rule. Maybe it would be possible to do something with Dynam. They have a tributary, they've got some... They don't actually have any allies at the moment. Don't know if we've got the capacity to invade them though. What kind of military do they have? Got quite a large one, line infantry, mobile artillery. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we're gonna be without opium for the time being. What more did we have? I can let the game run while we are working this out. We are building some more. I've actually finished building them. We just haven't finished employing. This should bring the price of engines down. That was an interesting chart. Look now, there we go. We took over a week before we got to see our charts. It seems to have forgotten them while I was out of the game. Okay, so this is coming online and it's bringing the balance up quite well. I would say they are fine. Farms from factories. Here we go. The industrialists have expressed their satisfaction with direction being taken by the country and its newly built factories. We've done this for our people, and we gain extra loyalists from standard of living increases. Or we can get some industrialist favor, and they will grow faster. Okay, so the industrialists, they already have lots of good favor, and they are one of the biggest parties we have. Don't know if we need to make them any more powerful, so we will take the extra loyalists. And that also means we preferably want to increase standard of living. We want to see our papers here. Transportation could be cheaper. Services could definitely be cheaper. That should be an easy one to fix. Furniture, fish. Fish should also be pretty easy. Food is okay. But we might want to build some more. Or maybe remove some of the canneries there from some of them. Actually, if we go into our big food industry here, we probably want to reduce the canneries. Or go down to canneries here instead. That should fix the input shortage here of oil. And this is our big one. How come? Oh, that produced a lot less groceries, of course. Or we can increase the size of this one. We need more liquor anyway, don't we? Yeah. We need 600 more. And that means they are producing... Ideally, we'd like to go up. How are we doing for sugar? We are increasing the sugar production though. I think this will have to be with the production method change. But let's bump on another 6 here. And get the pause button off again. And that should help with groceries and with the oil. Services we want to fix. That should be as easy as coming into our urban centers. We probably have some of the new urban centers not using market squares. Let's put them all on market squares. That just gives us 70. Don't want any lighting. Will this help us in any kind of way? Clergymen. I mean, they are... I think that might help. It looks like we'll be making a lot more money from doing that. Maybe if we go to Brandenburg, we can go over to covered markets. That does bring in lots more steel and glass though. So socialism has been unlocked. And this unlocks council republics, graduated taxation, communist party. And I don't think we have workplace safety office yet. And minimum standard of expected standard of living. If we check our politics and our institutions. No, we don't have the workplace safety just yet. That should be under, not under children's labor, under labor rights. So one of these two. Human rights. We could enact regulatory bodies. But there's a strong opposition against it at the moment, so we're not gonna bother with that. Serfdom, no thank you. Services, what could we do for services? We need to... ammunition plants. They're using percussion caps. Want them using explosive shells, I think. Yeah, ammunition is expensive, that's fine. Get them using better production method. Arms industries is all over the place, but that is fine. If we were to use gas streetlights, what would happen? Coal would become really expensive, services would become dirt cheap. But that's not really something we want to do either. Transportation, They just uses transportation for a lot less laborers. We don't really mind that. We change the churches. Yes, we don't want to change everything over to covered markets anyway. We want to change, let's put pause on there again. If we were to switch over Brandenburg, that's 200 with a negligible impact to glass and steel. We'll work on glass and steel next, so that's fine. And how much services do we need? 1200. Okay, so that's 200. That should be another 200. That brings us down to 800 more. Should be about 600 more. Do we have any other big ones? Saxony is a big one. 400. Hanover seems pretty big. 300. North Rhine is already using them. Westphalia. And with all of those changes, that should bring the price, yeah, nearly spot on, perfect. But it does incur a bit of a problem with steel. We are now lacking 500 steel and 900 glass. This of course needs to be fixed. Glass looks like it is the more important one. Where do we have glassworks? Well, that's just, no, not in the political. Industry, glass. So we have most of them in Brandenburg. And then we've got some in Saxony. I think Saxony are the ones that are producing just glass. I think we might want to bump these ones up a bit. Because adding here will each level on... No, it wouldn't really be bad to get more porcelain either. But we only get 50 glass per level here, whilst in Saxony we get 100, I think. That's 70. Wasn't that big difference. We're probably better off putting in... How much porcelain are we missing? Just 50. Well, we'll add some more levels here then. If we're missing 50 and we're making 40 per level, yeah. Let's add another 2 levels here. That'll be 100, so we need another 600 glass here, I think. No, 800. Oh man. That's about 10 glassworks. How are we doing for paper? Paper is of course something we are using in the government. Not that bad. But let's add... Actually, we've got more. And that's using dyes. That's not a bad thing though. We can expand our... That's 400 more paper. It's a little bit too much. So let's just switch Brandenburg then. That's fine. Let's unlock here again, or unpause. Might want to add another construction zone actually. Looks like we are taking good enough care of that there. Let's add another one in Silesia here. Yeah, that'll be fine. I might want to add another one, I don't know, in Pomerania. Let's spread them out a bit. We don't need to be in on the army there. I think our army is fine for the time being. Military goods are okay. Small arms. No, they're cheap. We're producing too many, yeah. We're fairly balanced. Producing too much artillery and small arms. Yeah, maybe we do add some more military then. Let's even these zones out. And yeah, we'll see what we get when we get these in just nice round numbers. We've got a 120 up here, that's nice. Got 120 down here. I wonder if, these should be North German. And I think the Benelux is part of the Rhine. Because this isn't very many, is it? We can probably add another 10 somewhere. Might be best off to have them over here in the Polish HQ. Yeah, let's add another 10 in Posen. That should help bring the price of the artillery and small arms up. And help us in the future, of course. What happened to the cost of paper? Looks like we're having some trouble here. Aren't we getting the new production methods in? Yeah, we should be at plus 12 here now. Okay. Probably just needed another week. Well, someone retires here. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really matter. Credit where credit is due. So the recent investment in Saxony production at our toolings workshop has raised the question about who should get credit for the boost in production. But we don't really want to get more for the industrialists, the trade unions. Now we might actually want to empower them a little bit more. I think that could be a good thing. And make the trade unions a bit happier. And let's get rid of that again. We are currently building, we're expanding the food industry and then the glass industry. The dye industry and the steel industry does need some kind of attention. Let's go check on the steel industries then. I think they are using all the same production methods, so we just go in here. We do have a lot of them here in Westphalia, but we do have some infrastructure there too. Anhalt also has a decent amount of them, and the infrastructure for it. Yeah, Hesse does not have the infrastructure. And let's add, I don't know how many we need, let's add 3 here in Anhalt. And we've got our steel production spread out a little bit. And dye plantations we can of course go look into building. I think this might actually be one that's easier if we activate it here. How far away were we from automatic irrigation? That one requires pump jacks, which is available to us. It's 26 months, 2 years. But we probably want to go for trench works instead. Might want to wait for the enlistment office there. And probably for these. Since it is a level 4 tech. Let's see if we can see. No, there's no pop-ups coming up there. Well, we might just stop off for pump jacks in between then. Because I think we need a lot of dice. That's another 10. It would be good to be able to double that one up. How are we doing for sugar? Another 100. Yeah, we want to expand this one up. Let's grab another, or put 5 on it. And I think this one is more than maxed out for throughput. No, we are exactly maxed out here at the moment, which is really good. We could use some more fish. Yeah, okay, so the electric telegraph is unlocked. And going down now, it's just 6 years. If we wait, this one's going to be finished soon enough. And that one should knock another 2,500 innovation points, or another year of this one, so that's 5 years. We're not going to be worth. That would be good. Yeah, I think we stop off for the pump jacks. I think the automatic irrigation could be good, as would the oil rigs, if we manage to discover any oil. We do seem to be doing okay. We've got lots of peasants still. Here it looks like they have, yeah, they're completely run out of manpower here in the Elbe. So we might want to look into utilizing something like the steam donkeys here to free up some more labor. What more do we have? We've got a chemical workshop here too. Why are you using improved fertilizer? Don't think we need that much fertilizer. 50 less, yeah, we gotta go back to artificial fertilizers. And vacuum evaporation, we need more explosives. They are still expensive. Yeah, that's a lot better. And at least they are producing the correct things. We'll subsidize this one as well. Now, furniture manufactories. You could use a water tube boiler here too to save some more laborers, since we're running out of population here. Might be helpful. We should probably get everyone using filing cabinets. No, we do that. We can find the government buildings. Urban centers get way there. That will give us total doesn't say how much more though. So I think most of them are already using filing cabinets. Yeah, it's only this one in Elbe that's not doing that. Okay. Maybe we do want to switch them over though from administrative clergy to secular administration. Okay, so we unlocked enlistment offices. Let's just recheck trench works. Yeah, we got another 2,500 off the tech there. Maybe we need to stop off for this one. That should drop another 2,500 off before we take trench works. Okay, so this is interesting. We have the trade unions. They want to enact restricted child labor. And that means we can actually do this. And we have a 17% chance. If we were to bring in the trade unions, that would be even more. And this would decrease the mortality of our farmers, laborers and peasants, and increase the max education institution investment. It would decrease our dependence income though. But it is one step towards compulsory primary school. So let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can't enact this. We don't want the radicals to grow, and this is actually a law that I would like to pass. We can see here it's mostly the newly conquered territories here that are very radical. We can probably do it this way instead. That's going to be easier to see. And we are slowly getting rid of them over here in the east. And we've got loads of them here in Hanover and in Elbe. I mean, I don't really blame them because they weren't part of our nation for that long. But they should be doing fine. Let's see if we can't go for standard of living or something then. Hanover we could do a lot for. Maybe here in West Prussia as well. And in Hesse. This mostly has to do with getting more people employed. How's the iron price? It's a little bit high. Alright, so what can we do for... How much do we need? We need 500, alright. How much infrastructure do we have here? Could build 6 levels of iron mines, that would help us as well. We probably need to subsidize this one. Maybe not. We just don't want them to be fired from here, of course. Maybe we do need to subsidize the arms industries as well. But let's add another 6 levels of iron mines here. That should be good. We were building, I think, in Brunswick, some lead mines. And we still need another 140. These give 60 apiece. Yeah. Let's add another 3. That should put us way well above what we need. What could we do for West Prussia? We already maxed out the fishing wharves. Sulfur mines. That could be something as well. Maybe add another. That just increase to our costs, so. Yeah, I don't think having an. Yeah, we don't want dynamite here though. And condensing pump is fine. I think the sulfur mines are also 60 apiece, and we were missing. Yeah, so let's add 3 levels of sulfur mines there, just to help employ more people. Let's bump the speed up again. Oh, ironclad is spreading. That's nice. Now with a little bit of luck, this will take us through. We do have a decent chance though of a debate. Mining industry's throughput, that's good. So we're keeping all our interest groups happy at the moment, which is really good. And we should see this dropping from standard of living increases. I can't do much about the discrimination. And from decrease in standard of living, yeah, maybe we look again at the arms industries there. They seem to be doing quite poorly, so we make sure that they are subsidized. We don't really want our arms industries to go bankrupt. It's better that they are producing and keeping arms expensive. Or sheep, I mean, of course. Shipyards. Why are the shipyards not profitable? Prices of clippers, probably. Right? Yeah, they're way too cheap. Can we build any more fishing wharves? Fish was something that was expensive, so expensive as well. And you don't have enough to hire here. So Mecklenburg has run out of peasants, which means we might want to look into. Don't really have anything to save here either. Mechanized looms, yeah, that'll save quite a decent amount of workers. Water tube boilers here, that'll save another. Brings us up to 6,000. Should be enough to fully employ, or maybe not. And migration attraction is not very good here. So we can't really expand anything here. Logging camps could be using something here as well. Could be using steam donkeys. Guess we could be using rail transportation here too, if we need the extra laborers. Yeah, that doesn't help with the shortage of. No, we want to see the rye farms. I think we can use harvesting tools here. It'll free up even more people here. Alright, so we unlock the open hearth process for the steel mills. Now I think we're not really in the position to. Yeah, maybe. The devil wants more steel, and we are currently building 90 per. So if we were to put the unhulled one up to open hearth process, I think this is, we'll start with it here. Let it cover some of the deficit and we are building more. And how we're doing for, yeah, we've got loads of peasants here, we don't need to start shifting over to more efficient production methods here yet. It doesn't really look like it's helping here. Cargo port. We could save some by moving the cargo port somewhere else. We probably need the infrastructure here too. Yeah, we're not going to build our fishing wharves there at least. Yeah, we don't have very many here to do anything with. Hanover does have the peasants. We can build the fishing wharves up here. They do require one infrastructure though. And I think we were... No, we've got plenty of infrastructure here. And now we're in Elb again, aren't we? Yeah, no, we want to be here. In Hanover. Because we were building up something else at the iron mines. Well, let's build a railway here too. Or do we want to... Yeah, we need the railways for transportation as well, so that is perfectly fine. Okay, so we've got police brutality here in Mecklenburg. The use of extreme force is becoming increasingly common among police officers in Mecklenburg. The working class and the socially conscious are rallying against the police as an institution. We cannot tolerate this behavior, and that will reduce the investment level of our police force, or the use of force is warranted. We get some more radicals and some improvement. Well, we will take the use of force was warranted in this case. Now we don't want to lose our law enforcement level. That just set us back, and that affects the entire nation instead. We can support more declared interests. Now where do we want to have more interests then? Maybe we do want to put some interest into here, see if we can trade with the British Raj. Might be able to bring in some opium. Oh, and might as well check out what there. We missed this one, I think. Okay, so there's a... We would have liked to go in on the Czech side here. Shame we missed this one. But there's not a lot we can do anymore. Don't think we can go in all the way. And maybe if we could have joined a bit earlier, something could have happened here. As it is, they will probably be beaten down by the Austrians. How are we doing with Bavaria? And what is Bavaria doing? They have a trade agreement with Austria. An alliance with Württemberg. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Could we... Yeah, they're only at minus 100 now. They have been upgrading their attitude of us. And our relations are good. Maybe we could... No, they don't want to have a trade agreement with us either, of course. Yeah, we might have to beat them down a bit. How is Baden doing? They are still in our customs union. At least that's good. And Württemberg is... yeah, let's see, improve the relations with them. Maybe we should be looking into Denmark though. I think... How are we doing for infamy? Oh, it's still reputable. And what can we do? Because if we were to open their markets, That doesn't cost us any infamy. And then we can take Schleswig-Holstein as secondary war goals. And we don't really want to get this 24 infamy from taking them. Actually, Sweden might want to take something off them. Swedish diplomatic play against Denmark would be absolutely perfect. I don't think we can make them do that. Danish Togo. That is also an alternative. Could be starting up a play for Togo down here. We've got a little bit left from our colonization down here. Oh yeah, because there's severe malaria in here. Alright, that's going to take loads of time then until we get malaria prevention. Because I think now that Austria is busy down here, it might be a very good time to go against Denmark. And we still have a truce with France, I'm fairly sure of. Let's see here, if we go with the truces. They have a truce with us until 67. We'd rather not get involved with France at the moment. Yeah, I think we start the diplomatic play just over. So let's pop into interactions here, and we will make this over in open market, just so that we avoid any kind of infamy from this, because we're going to gain infamy, of course, from conquering these two territories. So we want to keep it down low. Yes, it probably will escalate into war. Great Britain should be. We have decent relations with them, and we are improving. Spain shouldn't be joining. Austria is preoccupied, they shouldn't be joining. France can't join. Kokand, don't know who that is, but they don't have a big military, neither does the Dutch. So I think that should be fine. Russia is a big player, but we only need to defend against them, and they will be joining. And we've got plenty of troops on the border there. We can move some from the west borders over to the east borders to help shore up. And then it's just small players. Benin. Yeah, don't know though those are, but they probably won't. Looks like they are Spain. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens there. Spain might get involved then if Dahomey is involved, but they shouldn't be since they are involved on the Danish side. Well then, nevertheless. And we want to do the same thing here. We want to keep this fairly calm, and we'll just see what's happening. So they have, yeah, of course, they've got their allies in. They're in defensive pacts with these nations, so they are forced to join. No one's willing to join our side except Sweden. We will want to join add some Swedish war goals, I think. Letting Sweden puppeting. Either puppet or conquer. Probably conquer is better. And maybe they can form Scandinavia, which would be beneficial to us. We have the Russians down here. We have 130 battalions on the Russian front. We have Wilhelm von Krausneck, which we can move over with another 60. Okay, so we got the king intervenes in the political process, which is a good one, because this one allows us to increase the enactment success chance. Or we can lower it, of course, but yes, of course, the king's will be done. And that bumps us up to 37 for the next round. So that's good. That means this one should pass. And someone wants to enact migration controls, but there's no interest group behind this one. So we don't really have to bother too much about it. Now we'll see what happens here. They want war reps. Well, that's fine. Of course they will want war reparations. The Swedes are standing by there. And how are the Russians doing? Have they been mobilizing anything? No. And if Russia wants to get involved, they will have to mobilize their troops and move them here. Because I don't think they've got very much in these western territories of them. In the Polish HQ and the Baltic HQ, they should have a decent amount of troops. Now we want to add some more war goals here. I could probably wait until this one's at like 75 or above 75. Something like that. We'll pause again. This will pause again, of course. And it might cause more of these nations to rethink. Now, Great Britain is joining the Danish side. This isn't good. But they don't have too many battalions either. But they do have a huge fleet. Let's add our main war goals. So we want to have a conquer state. Schleswig. Did that actually? No, that's just that one, I think. Let's see. It should be 2 Schleswig-Holsteins. One from Holstein and one from Schleswig. Okay, so we will add those. We still have 64 maneuvers. Can we... I wanted to add them to Sweden. No, that's not how we do it. Add war goals. We want to transfer subject, liberate subject. We should be able to add them for Sweden as well. We go in on the... No. And... No, we don't want to do anything against the British. It is these 2 states we kind of want to add, but not for our own sake. Yeah, okay, so it seems that we can't add a war goal for as they are already swayed to our side. That kind of sucks, but that's the way it is at the moment. But Spain want them? No. I don't think we can give them away, but maybe we can... No, I think this is fine then. That's just... We want to add some war reps. Would be nice with some Russian or British war reparations, but I'm not sure what it entails for us. Yeah, let's add some war reps against Russia and against the UK. They are big enough. And we should be able to get the primary objectives here without any kind of problem. And now it is paused for 20 days. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Zealand, Elbe. Yeah, now everything here is in the North German HQ. Let's take Moltke and we will mobilize. That should give us enough time to mobilize, and he should be able to invade Denmark without any kind of trouble. Where's our navy? We might want to... Yeah, we're patrolling the coast here. Don't really think it matters where we patrol our coast. Can we escort convoys? Yes. So we want to escort our convoys coming down to this node somewhere. Yeah, something like that. We'll see if we maybe lose less convoys this time. I'll have to wait for Moltke to... It's made two big wins here. For him to be mobilized. Okay, so the play is in the air now. Oh, the City of Plenty. So, well, that would be nice. With lots more loyalists. But can we... What do we have for... They are affluent at the moment. We are going into war. Yeah, that should be fine. The party will never end. We need to keep them happy now for another 10 years. So the Brits are mobilizing. And of course, hopefully should only be able to have Moltke. He's at 90%, we will. Alright, so war has broken out once again. Between the Germans, the Swedes, and the more Germans, the minor Germans. Against the Russians, Danes, and the British. To arms it be. We will advance this front. The Russians still only have 2 battalions on the eastern front. We don't need to worry too much about that. We still have 60 battalions in the Rhine HQ. It shouldn't really matter at all. We should... Yeah, we'll keep him a little bit. We might want to mobilize... Oh, he's also an expert. Well, yeah, let's keep him mobilized. We can keep them in their HQ. As long as he's on standby, he won't suffer any attrition. As soon as you use defend or advance front, he'll have to use... And he's got the defensive strategist as well. Alright, so as long as when he's advancing or defending, he will start to take attrition, which of course you need to do to move them away. But then we've got him on standby in case we get any naval invasions or something. So this should be a quick win. Russia and Great Britain are heavily reinforcing this front. So we want to get it as quickly as possible. Yeah, we should be outnumbering them pretty heftily. We of course have the patriotic fervor too. And the double one because they are a powerful interest group. That is greatly helping our warfare, of course. The Swedes don't seem to be doing very well over here. Actually, they look like they're winning this one. So that's really good if they can go in and take Copenhagen. Yeah, all of Holstein is ours. Now we are keeping away from constructing while we are at war here. Let's just put all of our demands up. Don't know if this makes a big difference. Or if they kind of can piece out for those things that they have. So they're not very happy here. Turmoil. Maybe we want to do something against the turmoil here. A decree I'm thinking of. We don't really have the authority for that either. Okay, so they've all arrived here. We might actually want to move Krausnik up here as well then. He is fully mobilized. No one is here defending the Swedes. Or defending the... Oh, the Swedes actually... Did they get over? Yes, it does look like they have occupied most of Zealand. Okay, what happened here? We have... Kazembe was one Conquer, conquer. Okay, something happened away there. It's with one of the Danes' allies down here in Africa. They are inconsequential to us. They won't get through here. They've got half of their army stationed in Denmark at the moment, and the other half is here on the eastern border of Prussia. Yeah, so we have a huge advantage here, especially in the defensive. We're not going to go on the offensive here. And because the Swedes managed to go over here on Zealand, yeah, look. I'm surprised the Swedes didn't add any war goals in this. And they really should have. And they are losing war support quickly. And this is... what is this for a battle? Oh, it's one of our... okay, so it's a bad offensive by us. Up here. Battle for Kiel. And now it looks like we have an advantage here again. It's just a slight advantage. We should have a huge advantage when we are defending, but this is an offensive battle, so this is good if we win this one. And it's against the British. Oh yes, look at this. That was our first big victory there. And the Great Britain won a battle there. This battle we shall be winning. It looks like the Danes have pushed Sweden back up to Copenhagen out of the rest of Zealand. Yeah, okay, so the front lines have been pushed up. It's really good for us. French are migrating to New York, and we get a defamatory article. So the Brandenburg Evening News have printed a bigoted article about the Polish people. It's not very good, but I think we have very, very, very few Poles in Brandenburg now. Yeah, it's 20,000 of them there. I think we can take with a few of them getting a little bit lower standard of living. And is this an offensive? Yeah, unfortunately, one that we botched. No, let's see here. Maybe we can pull back from this. No, I don't think so. We are pretty evenly matched with the Brits. And they started out with a lot more troops than we did. So it's probably going to stall out there. And the Brits are beating the Swedish back here by really much. And we have a rousing speech. Captivates the public. And this should be to the law we're trying to enact. Oh yeah, here. The restricted child labor. This should ease the... okay, so we can get some extra popularity for the trade unions if we want to. No, we'll just... we want this to be enacted. Okay, so it's the rural folk who are behind the migration controls here. And here is a British attack, it looks like. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. We might need to... yeah, it looks like we're taking this one home. But it's not entirely certain. We have a lot of defense. But it's still very, very, very close. And this one can go either way. Well, it looks like we're probably going to win it thanks to their greater recovery rate. But they don't have a better recovery rate. Yes, they do. They're on this side here. They're at 39 to our 25, 24. Yeah, they're winning this one. And they're probably going to take some territory back then. Cause some more devastation. Oh, and they are up into Sweden. Question is, we don't want to do anything here in the Polish HQ, but maybe we want to get another general up and mobilize these 60 battalions we have in the Rhine. These are already in the North German HQ, they're already up here fighting. But we can get another general in there. Here in the Rhine HQ. And we get to choose between intelligentsia or Junkers. Then we've got an offensive planner. I think this is the one we will take. Open terrain, yeah. He's an hedonist, that's no good. Explorer though, but no. We will take the Paul Schimmelpfennig. We will go back and we will see if we can find the Paul Schimmelpfennig up here. And he can only have 20 battalions at the moment, so we will promote him. And again, so we can have 60. They are at bad morale now. But we will mobilize them and we can put them up here. We maybe want to put Krauschneck on a defense here. When he can. He is advancing, alright. He's probably engaged in this combat up here. Isn't he? Yeah. So we need to wait for this to die down. And then we can put him on a defensive instead. Since he has a defensive trait. And Moltke does not. If we look at Moltke here, he's only got the offensive ones. So we'd rather have Krauschneck step back. There we go. You can defend this front. And then we might be able to... Oh, he's got good morale here. 97%. Yeah, loads of attrition. Alright, and here we go with the pump jacks. It's going to be good for when we are finally done with the combat there. We're going to be done with the ironclad here soon. Question is, do we want to... That'll bring another 2.5 off this one. If we were to take this one down, that'll be about two years to research this one, then that one should be down to 4 years. Oh, we just take this one. Yeah, we'll go straight up trench works. I think this is the correct move. Okay, so we are at 100% morale, 100% mobilized. I think we will move all up here as well. What are you doing? Okay, Moltke is defending. Why are you defending, Moltke? That's not you're not the one that's supposed to be defending. Oh, they got loads of offense here too. What are the British using for troops? They should have some here. They are skirmish infantry, shrapnel artillery. They're on par with us, except that they've got the field hospitals too. So this is a bit of a tough fight. But the Swedes are not doing well. Maybe we should actually be sending Paul up to advance from Moltke, maybe. That requires 600 convoys. Do we have 600 convoys? Probably not. No. Yes, we have 1500 convoys. So maybe it would be good to save our ally here as well. So if we have Moltke moving over this direction, that should be fine. And I think to be able to open it up, we need to see if we can check over the war support. Open the Danish market. That's not... we probably need to occupy Copenhagen for that. And the battle for Kiel here. The British are advancing. We should be fine on the defensive here. And we'll see what happens up here now. Okay, the Swedes lost even more. Can we see when Moltke is arriving here? Yeah, he's already here. Oh, he's on Öland. Alright then. I would have thought it would be better to attack from this direction, but fine. You do you. You can't really encircle troops in this here. Okay, so we got civilizing mission. This is the step towards malaria prevention, so that's good. Ironclads, which of course is also good. We'll have to look into that for our navies in a bit. Yeah, we're pushing through here. And Oyo is out. That's one less enemy to deal with. We'll see what the Russians do. The Russians should be... Yeah, they're at mine. Yeah, the Brits are actually at really... No, they're at two war support. Okay. And we have 100% attrition by Moltke. Sweden... Looks like Sweden is out then. Yeah, we are on our own. That means... Did Moltke move over to... Yeah, we don't want to be advancing into Russia, please. No, let's stand by for a bit. Move back home. Just to recover some morale. And then we can move up towards Denmark here. That should be fine. And how are... Yeah, they're doing fine up here. The Westphalia-Jutland front. Which one? Yeah, okay, so... We have two different fronts here now. Let's have Moltke on this one then. There we go. And Dahomey is out, so it's just the Danes. And the Russians are still in, of course, too. And the Russians aren't gonna want to get out before we've occupied all of Denmark, I think. And neither are the British. But it looks like we are pushing hard here. Yeah, we're winning this battle handily. We are fighting mostly Russians here, it looks like. Yeah. You can see there's a big technological gap. That's also why they can't push here. They just don't have the technology for it. And the British have priority with us though. So they are a lot harder to push. As long as we get into combat with Germans, that's fine. Or with the Russians. Our tooling workshops in Westphalia reporting a small production surplus. Well, that's a boost to everything in Westphalia. Oh, this is really good. We got a lot of industry in Westphalia, of course. That will be helped out by this. And this battle should be an easy win as well. Yeah. And we'll see how far we get to advance. Yeah, we did a lot of... Yeah, this shouldn't be any kind of issues here either. And it looks like the Russians have mostly been pulling back though from Denmark. It looks like there's only British troops left here now, and Danish troops. Yeah, there's some Russian ones up here. And we need to occupy the Danish capital for this to work out. Now, war is costly. Alright, so this is a completely different war. We don't need to bother too much with that. This should be another... That's against the British though, but it does look like the Brits are losing steam here now. which is really good for us, of course. And they probably don't have any supply up here. And that should bring all of Jutland into our possession. And Moltke should be able to help with pushing down here. No, it didn't. Yeah, it's a tough war up here. Now, of course, the next one's gonna have to be against Austria to get all of these southern Germans into our rule. But for now, this looks like it is going our way. This is not going to be a win for us. Yeah, you're not doing too hot there, Paul. And their war support isn't going to go below 0 until we hold their capital. Yeah, Moltke should move over to this front as soon as this one's been cleared up. Okay, so we unlocked electrical generation. Now let's see where Moltke disappeared to. Yeah, he's going over here to clean this up. Perfect. So all of Jutland is under our rule. And now we just need to push into Zealand again. That's a shame Sweden didn't manage to hold on to this. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal here. The Brits seem to have pulled back a lot of their troops. They've only got 115 battalions left down here. Yeah, the Russians aren't doing anything here. I'm guessing they're just garrisoning this border just as we are. Since the war is up here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're gonna need more troops and so. Let's see, Paul here. Let's put you on defensive for a little bit. We could probably stand one of our armies down, actually. How's Krausneck doing? Yeah, let's stand Paul down. He can go back to his HQ for now. And just have Moltke pushing. I think he's the better one to lead the offensive charges with. They might need some... No, it should be fine there. Now it's got a lot of understrength units. Maybe we need to swap that around. And this battle, no, all our battalions are 2 understrength here. Okay, so let's put... I think this should be Moltke again. Yeah. I think we will put Moltke on defend as well. Actually on standby, and he can pop back down home for a little bit. See if we can get any kind of... Okay, so it's a discord within the petite bourgeoisie. Well, they get a little bit of less. Yeah, that's fine. 80%. Yeah, we're not too lucky with the rolls here. Yeah, this battle should be over any kind of second now. Stand you down, Moltke. Go back home, get some rest, see if you can get some more troops into luxury clothes. Yeah. We should be needing... Let's add another government administration here. A little bit quickly. Just to see if we can get this up above 0. Okay, so the front lines are stalled here. And I think that's enough for this episode. We will continue our push towards Copenhagen in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.